What if I told you that the way you're using your brain right now is actually keeping you stuck in a low mood, and you don't even realize it? Would you believe me? Here's the truth: happiness isn't luck, and it isn't something you're just born with. It's a skill. And just like a muscle grows in the gym, your brain can literally be rewired by a handful of simple, science-backed habits. Stick with me for the next 8 minutes, because by the end of this video, you'll have 10 habits you can start today, and honestly, even picking 3 of them and sticking with them for 30 days will change how you feel. Let's get into it. The first habit is writing down what you're grateful for. When you sit down every night and jot down 3 things you're thankful for, something interesting happens in your brain. It starts actively searching for more good things to notice, almost like training a muscle to look for the positive instead of the negative. Neuroscientists call this a negativity bias override. Your brain is naturally wired to notice threats and problems first, and gratitude journaling is one of the simplest ways to counter that wiring. All it takes is a notebook and 60 seconds before bed, and over a few weeks, you'll notice you naturally start spotting good things during the day instead of only at night. The second habit is getting sunlight first thing in the morning. Stepping outside within 30 minutes of waking up triggers your brain to produce serotonin, your natural mood booster, while also resetting your internal body clock, which is often called your circadian rhythm. This single habit affects 2 things at once: how well you sleep at night, and how alert and stable your mood feels during the day. A simple 10-minute walk, phone left behind, is all it takes, and it works even on cloudy days. The third habit is moving your body every single day, and no, this doesn't mean you need a gym membership. Just 20 minutes of walking releases endorphins that lower cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. What's interesting is that the type of movement barely matters: walking, stretching, dancing in your kitchen. It all works because the brain responds to consistency, not intensity. Walking is essentially free medicine, and your brain notices every time you use it. The fourth habit is having real, meaningful conversations. Scrolling through social media is not the same as genuine connection, and in some cases it can actually make loneliness worse because it gives your brain the illusion of connection without the actual chemical benefit. A phone call, a coffee with a friend, 20 minutes of actually listening to someone, these moments release oxytocin, which cuts down both loneliness and anxiety. Make it a point to have at least one deep, undistracted conversation every week, and notice how different it feels from a text conversation. The fifth habit is mindful breathing, and it only takes 2 minutes. Slow, deliberate breaths shift your nervous system out of fight or flight mode and into a calm, restful state by directly stimulating what's called the vagus nerve. Try this: breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, repeat 5 times. It delivers almost instant calm, and you can do it anywhere: before a meeting, before sleep, even sitting in traffic. The sixth habit is controlling what you consume. Every piece of negative news, every toxic scroll session, adds a small dose of stress to your brain without you even realizing it, and over time that adds up to a constant low-grade tension. This doesn't mean cutting out news entirely, it means setting a boundary. Pick one fixed time a day, and leave it there. You'll be surprised how much mental space opens up once you're not checking your phone every 20 minutes out of habit. The seventh habit is small acts of kindness. When you help someone, even something as simple as a genuine compliment or a small favor, your brain experiences what's called a helper's high. This releases both dopamine and serotonin, and the benefit goes to both the giver and the receiver, which means kindness is one of the only things that makes 2 people happier at the same time. Try to do one small kind thing for someone every day, and don't worry about it being big. The eighth habit is taking sleep seriously. While you sleep, your brain processes emotional memories and resets itself, almost like clearing out clutter so you can think clearly the next day. Skimping on sleep leads to more irritability, less patience, and weaker decision-making, and research shows even one bad night measurably affects how your brain reacts to stress the next day. 7 to 8 hours isn't a luxury, it's your brain's essential repair time. The ninth habit is learning something new. Whenever you pick up a new skill, whether it's a language, an instrument, or even a new recipe, your brain forms new connections through a process called neuroplasticity. This keeps your mind flexible and builds genuine confidence, because every time you get slightly better at something, your brain registers it as real progress. Just 20 minutes a week spent on something new is enough to make a difference. And the 10th habit, which ties everything else together, is living with purpose. When your daily actions are connected to something bigger, even the small struggles start to feel meaningful instead of pointless. Ask yourself this every day: did today move me closer to what actually matters to me? That single question, asked consistently, can slowly change the direction of your entire life, because purpose is what turns a habit from a task into something you actually want to keep doing. Now here's the thing most people get wrong: they try to do all 10 of these at once, burn out in a week, and give up completely. Don't do that. Pick just one habit from this list, the one that felt the easiest as you were listening, and start today. Once it feels automatic, add a second one. That's how real change actually happens, not through willpower, but through small, repeated actions that your brain slowly turns into identity. So there you have it, 10 habits that science says can literally rewire your brain for happiness. If this video helped you, hit like, and let me know in the comments which habit you're starting with first. In the next video, we'll talk about the habits that are quietly rewiring your brain for stress instead, so make sure you're subscribed for that one. See you in the next video.